What is going on, guys? So today I want to talk about door dashing and car repairs, and is it worth it? Now, as you all know, I drive a 2010 Toyota Corolla LE model, and when I first bought it, it had 64,000 miles. Now it has 74,000 miles on it. So it gets about 32 to 38 miles a gallon. So let's talk about the maintenance that I put into this car. So when I first bought the car, I bought it used, and I mentioned it had 64,000 miles, and now I have 74,200 miles on it. There was no maintenance done, so I had to have maintenance done, right? Because if you're driving door dashing, right, you're gonna put a lot of mileage, a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. So it's important to keep it up, up to date, because you don't want to have any problems in the long run. To fill up this car, it takes, I usually go to I usually go to the cheapest gas, and it's about $38 to about $42 to fill this car up. And I fill it every 2 days. So I remember in the other video I was mentioning that I'm working 7 days a week. I'm actually just trying it out for a month to see if it's any benefit for me, and if you could actually make good money door dashing every day, right? So I fill the car up every 2 days. So let's just say it's $42. And so end of the week, that's about $130 a week plus food. So I spend about $20 a day in food, and so that's about what, $140. So 140 plus 120 is like 260, right? Something like that. So that's what I spend a week on food and gas. Now, in order to make $200 a day, I travel at least 125 miles a day, and that's a lot of mileage, because you're up and down all around, going to people's houses, picking up food, dropping it off, and what have you. So the maintenance light came on the other day, and I had to change the oil. And when I bought the car, it had no maintenance, because when you usually buy a used car, you're stuck with, the maintenance and stuff like that. So I took it to the dealership, right? It's a Toyota place. And I was just going to do the oil change. And they, how they always recommend, clean the throttle body, right? Clean the brakes, and what else do they do? The valve and stuff like that. I don't even know what they did. They did the oil change, and then let's see, they replaced the gasket or something. Well, they did a lot of stuff to it, and the total came out. Anyways, the total came out to $1,129, and I was like, holy cow, that's a lot of money, because I bought the car used, and I paid a lot for it. Things right now are not cheap, so if you're trying to make a living, it's like you having all these bills you have to pay, right, in order to get ahead. Or not really bills, but like, you know what I mean, like maintenance costs, like car repairs and stuff. So that was a lot of money for me, $1,129. And I'm making $200 a day. So is it really worth making $200 a day, driving 125 miles in your car? Then you have maintenance that you have to put into the car, gas, your food, and I noticed also too though is like when you're trying to make that kind of money, you know, you have to be on time, you know, with these DoorDash deliveries. Otherwise, your ratings will go down. And if your ratings go down past 80, past 90, then the hourly per rate I noticed this past week did not show up on my app. So I was wondering, well, what's going on here? And then I looked at my ratings, right? The what's it called? The delivery performance, and it was down to 89%. And I was like, well, how can that happen? You know, because you have all these orders. So it's like DoorDash monitors their drivers, because I feel like they don't want you. They want you to be like perfect, but there's no way you can be perfect, because a lot of times there's traffic, you know, and then when you have to get to these places, you know, you're not going to be on time, you know, so they'll mark that down for you, you know, and then you're like, you know, so your ratings go down. And I had a tough time trying to make $200 a day because I'm not doing the hourly rate anymore, because it hasn't came on. So I've been using other apps, you know, but I don't want to talk about other apps. I want to talk about Doordashing. So I feel like, in my opinion, you know, for a short term, Doordashing, if you want to get back on your feet, is a great idea. But for long term, I feel like DoorDash is not worth it. You know, there's other job opportunities out there. You know, if you want to drive for you know, companies, there's well, everyone knows there's Grubhub, there's Uber Eats, and there's also this one that's called Zipty. And Zipty's pretty good, because I did that for about 2 weeks now. And sometimes you get an order and they pay you like $63, and you only go like, you know, like 25, 30 miles. And I'm thinking, oh, that's really good, because, you know, you're only doing just one delivery. But so far, I'm just, you know, messing around with it to see if it's actually worth investing your time in that app, you know. But for now, I'm doing whatever I can to make that $200 for this week. Now, for last week, I was just using the DoorDash and the Zipty. I wasn't using Grubhub, I wasn't using Uber Eats, and I wasn't using the Walmart Spark, you know. So like I said, in my opinion, I think Doordashing is good for short term, but for long term, it's not a great solution, because like I mentioned, you know, you put a lot of wear and tear in your car. And if that's the only car you have, and if that thing breaks down in the middle of the road, you're screwed. You know, they're not, DoorDash, any of these places are not going to come and rescue you. You know, so you're on your own, you know. And if you don't have family and friends to come get you, you better make sure you have a AAA, you know, service that will come and tow your car to a dealership, you know. So that's one disadvantage about doing these, you know, delivery apps, you know. So anyways, guys, so I just thought I'd give you an update on the DoorDash and car repairs, and is it worth it? So in my opinion, like I said, it's not worth it long term. Short term, it's worth it to get back on your feet. And believe me, I'm a person that never gives up. So I always find ways to survive, to thrive, you know, because I want to get ahead just like everyone else. And I'm pretty sure people are on the same boat, you know. They want to make a little extra money, and they try to find out these apps, you know, to figure out, okay, can I make money on using this app, you know, or using this other app. And you don't know until you get into it to see if it's going to work for you, you know. But anyway, so I'm just mumbling along, so I thought I'd just give you an update. But alright guys, so I might leave it like that. And if you have any questions, you want to try DoorDashing, go for it, you know. See how it works for you. You know, some people might think they love it, you know. What I actually really want to do, to be honest, is I want to do like long haul, you know, like where you pick up like pallets and then you take them across state, you know. That's actually my goal, because you make a lot of more money and you don't do frequent stops. You know, you just going like straight there and then straight back. And a lot of times, you know, you pick up a load, a pallet here, and then you drop it off wherever you're going. And then wherever you drop it off, sometimes you pick up pallets there and then you'll bring them like towards your location or to your location. It depends, but you have to find them, you know. And obviously I don't have the truck to do it yet, you know, so I'm using just my car. So when I get to that stage, you know, then I'll let you know, and you'll see me doing videos of me traveling. But that's my goal, and also to get out of the trailer, you know. So that's definitely my number one goal, because it's too cold in the winter. It's cold here, so we'll just leave it at that, guys. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, yeah, let me know, and take care.